Hi, my name is Bill Ryan, and welcome to my world. This is Series 8 in my Donald J. Trump Can You Hear Me series, and I'm basically going to talk today about voter fraud. Now, Donald J. Trump had said in his campaign that he estimated that the voter fraud was in this fake country was in the millions. When I say fake country, I mean that this is not a country. We are under a dictatorship, and it was bought by the Illuminati in 1871, where the second Constitution was created. And in 1925, the United States of America Incorporated Company with 100 stockholders, basically just took over everything. And so it's not really a country anymore, it's more of a corporation, and Donald J. Trump is the president of that corporation. And we have this sort of pretense that we're actually voting for somebody, and when in fact it's not an election, it's a selection. The powers pick who we're going to vote for, and they own both sides. So it's just a pretense of voting. So I think that's why most people don't even bother to vote, because it doesn't really matter. And with regards to voting fraud, which is what Mr. Trump was talking about, very specifically, I can show you that what he's saying is true. And I'm going to talk only about what I know, which is the state of Florida. So every election cycle, we get one of these in the mail, which is a ballot. It's a sample ballot, so that you can see what the issues are that you're going to be voting on. And so it makes it look like it's really we the people that are choosing our future, when in fact it's fraud. So it's not the individual that's making the fraud, it's the system, the fake government, the fake state government, which is not even a real thing. It's just a corporation designed to take money. And so I walk up to the booth and I say that I just want to know, I just have one question, and the poor girl, I gotta torture her. I said, which Constitution are we voting on? The original one or the one from 1871? And just this blank, glazed over, shocked look comes over her face. I don't know. Well, have you ever heard of it? She said, I've never heard of it before. So most people have never heard of the second Constitution. So then you pass all the tests, and you get one of these. And you go over and you fill it all out in secret so nobody can see you, and then you walk back over and there's another person that says you feed it into this machine and it'll count your vote. I said, I see. So as I'm saying, I said, is this really a shredder? And it just the vote, and then you count it up someplace else. A shock look. No, it's not a shredder. Okay, so. Now here's how the fraud begins. You go back to Jeb Bush. Remember old Jeb? Oh yeah. Donald Trump said he already looks tired. Yeah, he looked tired a long time ago. What did he do? I don't know what he did to this state. He raised the taxes, he took care of insurance companies, he made everybody rich, and he walked away a millionaire. He came here a broke piece of scum, and he leaves a multimillionaire. Yeah, that's how the system works, because it's completely corrupt. So what they do is, if you look at this ballot closely, nowhere is my name on this ballot. Nowhere on the one I'm feeding into the shredder there. Nowhere is my name on it. Nowhere is there an identification number that says it's mine. So once it goes in, who even knows if they're even counting it? They probably take it straight to the city dump and then just put in whatever numbers they want. You have to remember, the first Bush election for the president, he took care of his brother. And it was so close, so close, so close, and all of a sudden, votes started disappearing. Well, that's how it happens. And the second time his brother's running, he says, don't worry, I guarantee you Florida. Now, how can you make a statement like that unless you have voter fraud? And that's exactly what took place. And the system is designed to be fraudulent, because when they go and count the votes, who knows who filled out this blank form that they have a stack of, if they even have a stack anywhere. They could just go in and manipulate the numbers, and you'll never know. How will you know? And if they need to back it up, they just get the printing press out and fill in a couple little dots, and oh yeah, guess what? George W. Bush got elected again. Isn't this great? Yeah, that's how they do it. That's how voter fraud takes place in Florida, and that's how Jeb Bush could guarantee his brother the presidency. Guarantee, and this is the system in this state. Other states, I don't know quite how they work, but the fraud is real easy to do in this state. And the state is completely corrupt. There's absolutely no doubt about it. I've proven that. I've proved it in a book that I'm about to complete called Victimize the Victim. And Pasco County, the sheriff's office, the judicial system, all the way up to the top, completely corrupt. Completely. And I can prove it. And it started with just something, a simple little circumstance. And I followed it all the way through, and they're dirty and corrupt completely. It's because it's a fake government, and we only pretend to be a open, free democracy. It's not a democracy. It's a dictatorship. And the orders for what we're to do in this country come from another country. You have to remember, Washington, D.C. is a city-state. It is not part of this country. So those corrupt scumbags that go to Washington are actually in another country. They're not part of us. When a judge rises to the level of the Supreme Court over this pretend country, they actually, as I've heard but can't prove yet, that they actually give up their citizenship and become members of another country. And you can look at the flag. The flag that's in the Supreme Court with the gold fringe around it is not the correct size dictated by the founding fathers of the size of the government, of the size of the flag. So it is just off a little bit. It's not representative of the original country. It's representative of a fake government run by a dictatorship from another city-state. There's only 3 of them. One's the London, England, money. One is the Vatican, God, and one is the United States, the District of Columbia. 3 city-states, and they rule the world. And if you want to know how powerful they are, what their influence is in your area, just look for the obelisks. The obelisks are in the central point of all 3 of these city-states, and it represents the sun god Satan. So that kind of makes a lot of sense when you understand how the whole picture works. And I've explained it in greater detail in a book that should be released here in just a few days called God, Religion, and Pedophiles. So voter fraud is a real thing. Donald Trump is right. He's telling us the truth when it comes to that. It's in the millions. It's in the millions in just Florida alone. Of course it is. It's a big scam. So remember to vote next time, because your vote really won't count. Somebody else will count it. Voter fraud. So again, thank you for watching this video. I sincerely hope you enjoyed it, and you have a wonderful day.